boom, the door opens. Poof.
How old was you when you first went jail?
I just turned 18. Grabbed this shoe and I just gave it him in his neck. I just seen bare blood just squirting out his neck.
Wandsworth Prison.
One thing I'm going to say, whoever filmed that, you're a fed.
Does that really happen?
Yes, it does. Keep looking at me now. I ripped that chain off your neck. So I said, if you're a bad man, do it, brother. But he's like, turned around and started walking towards me. As soon as he's walked up to me, I just gave it him. Vroom, vroom.
You've seen how the Blue Tick Show's been put on the map, the world's fastest growing show. Let's put your brand on the map. The Blue Tick Show is now doing over 1 million views a month. Your business could be seen by an extra 1 million people every single month. Get in touch now to advertise your business. info@thebluetickshow.com. If you're looking for brand awareness, message us now. Let's do something together. Limited space available, so get in touch as soon as possible. Be in touch. One of the team will get back to you. Let's see how quickly we can get your brand to #1. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Blue Tick Show. Opposite me today, I've got KG. KG was sentenced to life in prison. Welcome to the show, my brother.
What's going on, my brother? You good?
Listen, it's a pleasure to have you here, and lucky to have you here as well. You could have been behind doors still.
Yeah, I could have been, obviously, with the sentence that I got, so... But thank God man made it out of there, you feel me? So
100%. Well, look, like I do it with all my guests, before we dive into the madness, let's take it all the way back to your childhood. Where are you from? What was your upbringing like?
Well, I'm from Nottingham, that's basically East Midlands, so as you man would say, country. It's not country, you get me, we're a city as well, so yeah, I'm from Nottingham, that's East Midlands. I was born in an area called Radford, which is obviously like a gang-related area and things like that, so that's where I was basically based from a baby.
What was the family like?
Yeah, my family, my mum, obviously my dad went around when I was a kid. My mum, there was me, my little brother and my older brother. So it's free to start off with. And then, yeah, like my mum, she did everything with me and growing up because I had a disability. Okay. I had one leg short than the other, so my mum always made sure that I was correct, you get me, I was on point and that.
And when you was in school, what was school like for you?
Growing up in school, I'm not even going to lie, like, because like I said to you just a minute ago, I had a disability. So when I had my disability, certain people used to try pick on me because of that. I had pins, I had 4 pins sticking out my leg. Yeah. And it had like a bar across it. I used to have to like turn it with an Allen key and it would stretch the bar to make my leg longer. There were some kids in school and I remember them trying to bully me and that. But when I had this metal thing taken out my leg, the operation and that, I ended up going around the school beating everyone up. Like, it kind of made me a menace.
Got your revenge.
So yeah, so I ended up going beating up all these kids in school, and every other day I was getting excluded and fighting, and then in year 5 I had to go to a class, anger management class, and try control my anger and them things there, and that's kind of basically where it stemmed from.
So if I could ask you one question before we dive into it.
Yeah.
Where do you think your anger comes from?
My anger comes from just what I've been through in life, watching my mum go through certain things and struggle, obviously getting bullied as a kid. So it's like a lot of kids will most probably be normal and think, yeah, it's cool, really, I can run and do these things here. If I try to do certain things, people can run and be faster than me and them things there. So then it's like, oh, do I fit in? Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was one of them ones. So I was like, do I fit in kind of type of thing? And then...
you said your mum went through a lot.
Yeah, my mum basically with my brother's dad. And then before my brother's dad, she used to go out with a guy, I think his name was Lee, he was a boxer. And yeah, them two obviously were together for a while. And then he used to beat my mum up. Okay. And I used to witness that, you get me, as a kid. But I'd have been young, I'd have most probably about 3 years of age and them things there. So witnessing things like that, obviously it's going to have stress on a child's head without you even realising. So when they grow up, they're going to have issues and all them things there without you even seeing why they got issues, you get me?
100%.
And yeah, so that kind of happened. Obviously, my mum got rid of him. She went away from him. She got my brother's dad. And she was my brother's dad for like 12 years, something like that. They was together.
Mum happy now?
My mum passed away.
Oh,
so, yeah, 2011, my mum passed away, 1st of February. I was in jail when this happened, but we can touch on that a bit more in a bit. Still go through.
Sorry to hear that firstly, my brother.
Thank you, my brother.
But when your mum passed, while you was in prison, what was that like?
I'm not going to lie to you, I'm not going to lie. I just felt like just doing a mazza on everyone. Like, when I mean a mazza, I felt like just going mad on everyone. Anyone who ever said anything wrong to me, looked at me in the wrong way, even didn't give me my things when I was meant to get my things. I was just ready to just do a mazza. But these times here, I was on my life license. Like, I got a life sentence, basically. It's not a full life sentence, but it is when you look at it. It's IPP. Even though it's been abolished, it's still a life sentence, you feel me? So I was in the mind frame of, do I do these mazzas and not get my parole, or just trying to just hold it down and be the best person that I can be and try get out and try help my little brothers and sisters, because right now they haven't got no parents. So
you had to step up and take
I had to
that role.
step up that and take that role, you get me? So from there, like, yeah. But obviously, not only that, the anger kind of stemmed from when I was a kid. Obviously, my mum used to have, like, there was like my mum, my cousins, a couple of my aunties, and they had like just some guys who he was friends with. They was, I used to class them like uncles, you know, when your mum's got friends and the
You call everyone an uncle.
aunties, you get me? So these man must have did a move, and I think they robbed some big people. I think it was the Gunnies from Nottingham that they've robbed, and they must have went back to my yard, but they've been followed by one of their peoples to my house, and then boom, man sat in my house. Everyone's around the table. Like, we used to have a kitchen, and the kitchen was like, it was kind of open, big. I had a table in the middle. All the man them were playing cards, blackjack, and a little dominoes we were running and them things there. You get me? And I remember it plain as day. Everyone was sat in there, and then boom, the door opened. In fact, tell a lie, the first one was them man pulled up at my yard, my mum's friends and that, and then a cars drove by and did a drive-by shooting. So everyone's kind of ducked. That was the first incident. So then, boom. But I'm like 6 years of age these times, so I'm not really knowing what's going off like out there. And then the second time, everyone's in the house, like I was just explaining. Everyone's in the house playing cards and whatever, chatting, drinking, listening to music, vibes in. Boom, the door opens. Poof, gunshots. Poof, poof. So now, my brethren's dad, which is my friend now, obviously, he's been obviously born and that, but one of my mum's people's close people, or a class like family, he got shot in his balls, but he hid behind a basket in the kitchen. So he was like, he ducked behind the basket, but obviously it's hit his balls. My little brother is normally in the high chair. The high chair is right next to the fridge. And this time here, it's like Allah must have said something and said, yo, don't put him in that high chair. You get me? And boom, the high chair got sprayed. Buff. The fridge got sprayed. Buff.
So if your little brother was in that, it would have
my mum's grabbed my little brother and ran into the living room. As she's running into the living room, the gunman's turned around with a thing. I'm going to shoot her, but what class like my uncle, his name's Wu. He dived to the door, and the door's closed. Poof! Straight through the door over my mum's head. My mum's ran upstairs, hid behind the wardrobe of my baby brother. And then that was that scene. So obviously from there, we ended up moving out of Nottingham, moving to Leicester. Then obviously I got a couple of people in Leicester, a couple of my people over there. So yeah, and then I ended up getting obviously
from
friends.
6 years old, you really experienced it.
Yeah, I was really out there, bruv. Like, it was all mad. So, but now obviously seeing that, and my mum explained it to me more as I got older, I was thinking, raw, my mum, even though she's gone now, but she could have gone then with my little brother in her arms, you feel me? So that all them type of things, they all play on my mind, and obviously they kind of shaped me to who I am today and why I'm most probably was aggy when I was younger and them things there, you get me? So.
And where you say when you was younger, when did the crime start?
Well, I'd say I got arrested when I was 12 for street robbery on the way to school.
Standard, normal.
Basically, yeah, I was on the way to school. Didn't really have much money. Mum didn't really have much money. So when I'm saying, oh, can I get some change to go to the little shop? My mum ain't got much money. You get me? These times now, there's me, my older brother, my little brother, and my two sisters. So there's 5 of us now. So money ain't really like that. You get me? So I'm going to school and I see this kid with peas. I'm like, yo, this kid's always got peas. So I'm like, yo, borrow me 50p. He didn't want to borrow me the 50p. So I said, right, cool. So I just took it all off him. I just took the whole lot. And I went to school, brought some sweets. I think I all remember. I swear I brought some pear drops. I swear it was pear drops. So I brought some pear drops and I'm in class. Next minute, teacher shouted me out of the class. Police are there. I'm thinking, raw, what's going off here? My man's obviously gone back home, told his mum. His mum's rang the police. Mum's come to the school. Obviously, I've gone to the police station now, done my little interview, got a caution or whatever it was for that.
You just robbed him? You didn't have no weapons, nothing?
Nah, I didn't have no weapons.
This
is what I was young. I was about 11 years of age. I think I was in like year 7.
Okay.
I was year 7, so I was just still young, you get me? So
you just wanted your pear drops.
I just wanted my pear drops, like, you get me? So I've done that now, and then boom, obviously I got arrested. And I've got that to go to the police station. You know, you see the beating that my mum gave me, brother. Listen, I got grounded. I had to go pay the kid back his money. Like, it was peak still. So, like, yeah, my mum taught me certain things, but obviously the badness was just there, you feel me? And then I got done with me and my cousin just for some petty stuff, breaking a car window when we was kids. Like, and this is how we found out it was family. So me and my cousin just ramping about, chucking stones at each other, having a little stone fight. Yeah. Bust out a window, buff. We've ended up getting ripped down now by the brother whose window will bust. So he's ripping us down, I'm going to kill you, you look... So, man, I'm getting off now. Boom, we'll bust 2 corners. Everything's calm, kosher. We're walking down the road, Fed car pulls up, boom, grabs us both. We both get arrested again. So I'm like, nah. Boom, 2-2s now. We've gone court. We've been caught. We've got to pay some fines and that. Obviously, we broke his window and them things there. And which was my friend at the time, is my cousin now. His great grandma's come to court and she's like, who's your grandma? And I've told her, and she's like, you know that we're family. Like, that's my cousin, my mum's sister's daughter. So I'm like, raw. So it's close. Like, raw. I didn't even know that. So yeah, that kind of like panned out like that. And then I was about 14, 15, secondary school. In fact, tell a lie. I couldn't have been 14, 15. Year 8. How old are you when you're in year 8? I can't even remember because it was that long ago.
12, 13?
About 12, 13. I got done for selling weed and fighting.
Okay.
So I got kicked out of school. I had to go to one like base thing, unit thing where you fix cars and drive cars and motorbikes and that. So I thought, this is calm, bruv. Like, you send me to a kosher place. Like, you get me? So then, boom. Like, that was going on. Now I'm starting to roll with little flickers and me and my cousin end up having a little school fight with some neck shoots. I've ended up breaking, the scissors? You get one blunt side and then you get the sharp side. I broke the sharp side and used that as my little shiv, you get me? So then I've rolled up to the schools now. I've ended up having little dramas with certain youths. I've backed it out on certain man are kind of paranoid. Like, raw, you rolling with knives and that. Like, man are youths these times here. And remember, these are like, I'm talking, these times here would have most probably been about 2002. So it's kind of early before everything started popping off, you get me? So
now it's normal to have a knife. Everyone's got them.
Now it's normal, but back then it wasn't. So then, boom, obviously that's all happened, the little school fights and that. I'm at this little wheelbase and that. I started selling weed. My auntie's boyfriend, he did a little crop, you get me? So he's like, I've got some weed if you want to sell some weed. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to chat to my cousin Ricardo and then I'm going to come back to you, you get me? Rick, what are you saying? What, we can try it. We're about 14 now, you get me? So he's like, yeah, man, just grab that and we can do that, you get me? I said, all right, say no more. He's gave us 6 Zeds. I've shot these 6 Zeds in about 2.5 days, 3 days. So I'm buzzing now, but I've shot them in small. So I'm like, yo, man's got change. I'm seeing money like, yo, man's got peas. I said, yeah, man, this is me, fam. Like, so then, boom, I've gone back, gave him his peas while I owed him. Me and my cousin got our thing. I think my cousin went and spent his peas on trainers and whatever. But I said, bun this, I'm going to buy more weed. I'm going to reinvest. You get me? I can see the profit from it. So I went and did that. And then I remember shot in a draw to one brother. And the brother tried to rob me. But I didn't have nothing on me. So I'm fighting with this guy. He got away with the draw. So I was like, nah.
You felt violated.
I felt violated, yeah? So I'm like, all right, cool, it is what it is. So next time someone ever thinks they're going to get a draw off me and try to rob me, you're going to know what I want. So I went and brought a nice flickers. I brought myself a flicky and then boom, I've seen the same you. So I'm like, yo, where's my peas? Like, where's my peas? From my Ray, mum was on a bad day and Ray. So I'm like, brother, you used to give me my peas, yeah? Or it is what it, I just chefed him anyway. I chefed him one time, yeah? So now man are like, yo, you kill a man for a gram. And that's where my name KG kind of come from, you get me?
Okay.
So man is like, yo, that's weird, the name KG. Yo, KG, yeah, kill a man for a gram, yeah. So I'm like, no, it's not even that. I just felt violated. Like, my mum thought you could rob me and that, like, I'm not that guy, you get me? So that kind of went down that road. That was the first chefing and then...
How old was you when that happened?
About 15.
So at 15 years old, when
I
you done
went to school. I was at one next thing called Fill in the Gap now.
Was you scared after?
I was more shook of him ringing the police. I wasn't bothered about anything else. I was just thinking, oh, please come to my yard, feds, my mum. It's peak, you get me? So, and then boom, it's coming up to like my 16th birthday and now I'm doing my thing. I've gone to Leicester. Well, like I said, I used to live in Leicester when we moved out from the shooting. Yeah. Obviously, I got my friends over there and like I class them as family, like Rez G. King Rez, should I say now, because obviously he does music as well. So me and my man were booked back up. I'm gone to a place called Niche. You know about Niche?
No.
Well, it's a type of music, 4/4 and them things there. So I've gone to a place called Niche now. As I'm walking through the rave, I see this brother and he's got bare gold teeth, but he says Reg G. I'm like, wait, that's my brethren from back back in the day. But I ain't seen my mum from when I was like 7, 8. So I'm 16 now, so it was like half of my life, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So when I've seen him, it's the same love when we first ever met from kids, you get me? He's like, yo, Ray. So I've took his number. I've started going back to Leicester. I'm going back and forth. I'm with my old crowd as well now. So I've got my people in Nottingham and my people in Leicester. So certain weekends, I'm like, yo, mum, I'm going to go over to Rez's yard. She's like, yeah, man, do your thing. My mum knows his mum with family, you get me? Stop at his house. We've gone to one shubbings. Like, he's like, oh, I got a shubs for us to go to a party and whatever. We've gone there. We're in the shubs now. Some madness has kicked off anyway, but it was nothing to do with me. It was to do with one of my brethren, you get me? So obviously I've gone over there. I just felt boof from the side. I felt raw. So a man's punched me from the side. I just backed out my something. I just grabbed this shoe and I just gave it him in his neck. I just seen bare blood just squirting out his neck. So I'm like, raw. Like, this is mad. So that's happened now. I've ended up getting back off. I've said to my brother, I'm going back to Notts. Like, I'm shook. Yeah, I'm out. Thinking, yeah, this is all peak. Then he's getting phone calls off the girls who's at the party saying, oh, this and that. The guy nearly died and rare. So I didn't go back to Leicester for a bit. And then that same year, this is no word of a lie. That same year, I think I did chef like 15 people or something mad. Like, I was just on a mad thing. This is no word of a lie. I chef like 15 people. And then the year later, this is the year that I ended up getting bagged on my charges and whatever.
This video is sponsored by Cranbrook Law, an award-winning immigration law firm. Their talented solicitors can help when any struggles arise regarding immigration law. They can help get you the visas they need. They can help get you the staff you need from any other countries. As you can see, the website is on the screen right now. So if you need anything to do with immigration law, message Cranbrook Law and let them help you. Whether you're looking to obtain a sponsor license, receive advice and guidance in relation to compliance and our civil penalties, or take advantage of our know-how and experience across a broad range of business visas, our talented and dynamic immigration lawyers are available to speak to you. Telephone numbers on the screen, emails on the screen, and hit the link in the bio if you need any help.
I've ended up going for my CBD test, whatever you call it.
CBT?
Yeah, whatever you call it,
motorbike.
for the motorbike, yeah, for the ped. So I've gone for that, I've passed it. So I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to link my brother, my cousin. I'm going to brought a drink. Boom, I'm walking past my friend's house and I see a group of people there at his door, but his persona told me that there's something wrong. So I'm like, you good, bro? So one of the brothers turned around and said, what do you mean, is man good? So I'm like, huh? But I've got my big chain on. When I mean my chain was long, it was a swingers. Yeah. You know, when man back in the day, man used to have the long chains, you get me? So I had a big chain on. I got my chops on me and that. So my man's come out the garden and he's like, oh, what do you mean is it good? So as he said that, the first instinct in my head is going to try it. Boof, I bottled him. Sent him west. My man's dropped. Pulled on my chain popped. So now I'm fighting. I'm like, yo, my chain. Yo, my chain. Boom. Mama tried to chuck my chain to his brethren. I've grabbed it. As I've pulled it, my bracelets come off. I had a chain and a bracelet connected to make it extra long. Yeah. You get me? So now I'm thinking, no, he's got my chain. His other brethren's come running out the garden. So now my brother's there, my cousin. These man back out their choppers. Man ain't got nothing on us. I've just passed my CBD to whatever you call it. You get me? I've just passed the testing. So then, boom. Man, I got off up the road now. These men are running after, man. My brother and my cousin's gone around the corner. And I've ended up running into a garden. But like the garden, what I've ran into, I thought it had an alleyway. But it didn't. It was two houses on each side. So I'm in this middle garden. One brother's coming with a breeze block, try to chuck it on me. I've ducked that. One try for a punch. I've kind of moved that, but he kind of caught me. I just seen this knife being pulled out and a man go like that. I just flicked myself over the fence, brother. You know when you do the Prince Nazim thing? Man did the Prince Nazim thing, yeah. Flick myself straight over that. Boom. So these men are trying to run around the garden. I've hopped over the next garden now. Ran out into the road and seen a youth on a push bike. So I've kicked him off the push bike. I've jumped on a push bike. Bam. Going down the road now, I've rode up to the top of the road. I shout at my brother. My brother's come running back down. He's got a chopper in his hand and some meat cleaver thing. I don't even know, some axe type of thing. You get me? So I've took the meat cleaver thing off him now. I'm like, yeah, cool. Running these man down. I've got to like the middle shops, but where my middle shops is, there was no cameras there before. They just literally put up this camera. Like when I mean recent, then it would have been recent. So this is like 2007 times. So then, boom. I've ripped these utes down, got to the middle shops. I seen the utes, like a couple of them just running across the road, one running a garden over there. This one's like tried to run at man. So I've jumped off the bike now and there's a shop there. But I've still got the chop in my hand. But I don't know why I ran in the shop, but I've run in the shop and picked up, you know them Lambrina bottles? Them big things? Yeah. I picked up two of them, yeah, and I've got one in my hand, yeah, and I put the chefers there. I've got this one, I've dashed one, and I've dashed another one. And both of them have missed the brother. But he's like, Ray. I just backed out and just gave it him. I just see my man just drop into the bush. I thought, no, my man's dead. I thought, is my man dead? So I've ended up getting off now. I've run out the garden, jumped on the push bike, rode to the top because the youth still got my chain. So I'm like, yo, this youth's got my chain. So I rang my other cousin. I'm like, yo, there's a youth on the way up the road. He's got my chain. My man's come out his yard, chef my man, rapid. The swear down, feds are pulled up. So the youth's got my chain and feds are pulled up. So now it's all mad. I've seen the fed car. I've just done a U-turn on my push bike. You get me?
Standard.
So then, boom. Next minute, I get a phone call. Yeah, Ray. Man didn't try pop your chain. It wasn't that. This is like a day later. But I'm saying to these man, if I don't get back my chain, there's repercussions in it. Like this, that's just what
you're not thinking of police. You're not.
I'm not thinking about no police. I'm thinking. Remember, I'm young these times. Yeah, so on my mind ain't even police. On my mind is man's popped my chain. I've paid peas for that. Man's been grafting for that, brother. So in my head, I'm thinking, when I see these man, it's on, like fully on, and then boom. The youths obviously rang one of my people. The youth who they were the house that they was at to start off with. He's rang me and he's like, the youth said he didn't want no problem with you. He wants to give you back your chain. So I said, all right, cool. Where's this youth? I couldn't meet him right now, but these times here, I had 2 chains. I had a next thick thing, like, kind of like this one here, but it was more thicker. And these times, man's only 16, so I've gone and draw that one out. You get me? Like, man can't take away my shine. So then, boom. I'm saying, I'll meet these youths. So the youths like taking long now. So I'm like, I've rung back the phone. I'm saying, we're going for these youths. I'm in the spot. Then the youths rung back. I don't want to meet him. He's a bit mad. I'll meet one of you, man. So I'm thinking, this youth's trying to take the piss, brother. You're trying to play games with my mind or something. Like, bring back my things, innit? If you're going to do it, do it. If you don't, it is what it is. Bless. Then,
and if this boy brought back your chain and gave it to you, was you doing anything?
No, I told him this. I said, I'm a man of my word, innit? Like, I'm not one of them snaky people who's going to say, yeah, everything's kosher and do something. If I'm going to do something, I'll tell you. If I don't deal with you and I rob you, I've robbed you. If I deal with you, I ain't going to rob you. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm straightforward. So I told him, look, you bring back my things, there's nothing, it is what it is, you get me? Like, I did man worse than what man tried to do to me, you feel me? So in my eyes, I've got the upper hand, but you got the upper hand because you popped my chain, you got my chain. So you man can make a change out of that. So obviously he's like, you don't want to meet me. So my brethren's like, I will go meet him. So I'm like, brother, but you had beef with these people already. So he's like, yeah, but they don't want to have no problems now. So I'm like, all right, cool. If that's what they want to do, bless. So my man's gone and met them. He's rang me. He's brought back my chain. So I said, told them, man, it's cool.
Perfect.
The feds knock on my door. I get arrested for it. They interview me for it.
What did you get nicked for?
Section 18.
Okay.
Then I get bailed. Yeah. Riding down the road on my push bike, I see the brother that I chefed, but I got bail conditions not to approach or speak to him. I thought, fuck this. All right, brother, come here a minute, cause the fed said that he was grassing, fam. So I'm like, brother, you snitching? I'm like, yo, you snitching? He's like, no, rare. So I'm all trying to play it cool with the brother. I said, yeah, yo, misunderstanding. Do you know what, brother? I got a bag of weed for you here. You get me? Hold a bag of weed, but don't say nothing to the police and that. You get me? He's like, no. This guy snitched and moved out. Yeah, that's exactly what he did. He played it so close, so he got a free draw out of me as well. Yeah. And then, boom, I'm on bail for that. I'm in town. My older brother's just come out of jail. And there's me, my older brother, and 2 of his brethren from Derby, you get me? So now we're rolling through town. And it was, I don't even know what this guy had on his shoulder or what, but this brother who's with his missus has turned around to me. He's looking up, man, yeah? But I'm young, so if you're grilling me, I'm going to grill in it, yeah? So he's grilling me and I'm grilling him. And he's proper watching me, so I'm just watching him now, and he's like, keep looking at me now, I'll rip that chain off your neck. So I said, if you're a bad man, do it, brother. But he's like, turned around and started walking towards me. As soon as he's walked up to me, I just gave it him, boom, straight in his side. Man's like, I've been stabbed. I just kept it moving out of the city centre, you get me? I got bagged for that one as well. Obviously, man's young and dumb. Me, like an idiot, jumped straight on a bus, straight back to my yard. I've jumped on the bush, got my flickers, I've wiped the blood off it, the guts and whatever, flicked it, put it back in my pocket, sat on the bus, gone back to my yard. Like there was nothing, like it wasn't nothing. My brother's come back, brother, you gone mad. He's like, fam, you gone mad. He's like, yo, fam, you can't do them things there, fam. Like, yo, I've just come out of bricks. Are you trying to send me back to jail? Like, that's all mental. I said, that's what it is out here, cuz. Like, you get me? That's what the roads are. You've been in jail from, and this is what's going off out here. And then, boom. Obviously, that was a long case that was going on. Went to court. They was looking at the raid in my house for the knife and that. But my mum, God rest her soul, she found a knife. And she said, I found a knife. I got rid of it. Because, man, I'm dumb, I'm young. I'm young, so I'm not thinking about these things here. Get rid of all this, and that's my wetters. That chef there, that was a good chef, so that did a couple people. You get me? So she's like, nah, get rid of that. She's got rid of it, but obviously.
Big up Mumsy.
Big up Mumsy for that. You get me? Because when the feds raided my house, they never found none of that. So I was like, yeah, man, big up Mumsy. So then I've gone to police station, done that interview. They bailed me, on the second one. So I'm like, bro, I must be all right. I've got bail back on the 27th of October. I'll never ever forget that date, because that's the day that they sent me to jail for the first time ever in my life.
So the first one you got nicked for.
So
you're still on bail.
Still on bail.
And they gave you bail again.
They gave me a bail for that one, and then when they gave me a bail for that one, but then I reckon this is what's happened. I've gone back for my bail back on the 27th of October. They've kept me in. You're getting remanded. So they already knew. I bet they see. I don't think they was meant to let me out. This is what I think. And then they thought, he's come back to bail back. I all had a jacket potato, cheese, beans, and coleslaw at my brethren's yard waiting for me. I never forget it. I'm like, save my jacket potato, cheese, beans, and coleslaw. I'm coming back. Is it? Man went to bail back and never came back. Like, yo, brother. Man never, it was sad. And then boom, 2-2s now. They've put me in Lincoln jail.
How old was you when you first went jail? Guys, have you been thinking of move to Dubai? I've partnered up with Cranbrook Legal to make your experience so much easier. Literally, I got the main man from Cranbrook Legal right now to tell you how easy it is.
Guys, it's as simple as picking up the phone, giving us a call and letting us get on with the business.
What, literally, one phone call?
Literally one phone call, a few documents, and we're there.
And then I just get up, fly to Dubai, and I ain't got to pay tax no more?
Yeah, you can come and see us. We'll take you out for a meal, show you Dubai, and then it's all up to you after that.
Bro, where do I sign now?
I just turned 18. Literally just turned 18. 2 months I've been 18.
So let me ask you a question, You thought you was a bad man, right?
Yeah.
Everyone does as a kid.
Yeah, of course.
There's nothing.
There's no in between. Yeah, that's facts.
You weren't scared of nothing, I'm guessing? You was
No,
a bad man.
I was fearless.
When you walked into that police and you got nicked and you went back into remand, you walked in, what was that like?
Went into jail.
Yeah. First day
I'm not gonna lie to you,
into
and this is
remand.
me being real with you, I did the last chance when I was a kid. And when I went to jail, they was like trying to get the kids in there and scare them and all them things there. But my brethren was in there, and I see my brethren in the gym, so I'm like, yo, there's my older. So they're looking at me like, what, this you? Like, I'm saying, yeah, that's my older. Yeah, I don't mind coming here. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm thinking it's all this. When I've got there now, but I've gone to an adult's jail. Remember, I'm a YO. So and I was on remand. So I've gone to an adult's jail. And the first thing in my head is to make a shank. They padded me up with one youth from London called Narada. Good brother. He was a big youth as well, fam. He was 18, yeah. It's about 19 stone. Bro. I weighed 8 stone, wet through. So I'm looking at this brother like, yeah, yo, wham. So if I get into any altercations, you're my celly, yeah. We're doing this like, you can Batman, you get me? So then, boom. I remember one time now, there's a line out the window. A man's passing a line to you know about lines, yeah?
Yeah.
So a man's made a line, they're doing their thing. I've seen this line, I don't know what this is. I'd see this thing floating past the window. So I'm like, what's this? So I said to yo, on that, I've grabbed it in now. So man said, yo, someone's tugging on the line. Boom, I pulled it in. Didn't get nothing off it. Man said, yo, it snapped. Didn't realise, obviously, the man had a tech on there. The tech dropped. So man said, oh, it must be so rare. But I was just a 4 shoot. So I'm like, what? Man talking about my cell? I said, yo, brother, man come to my cell in the morning, fam, yeah, and see what go on, innit? So obviously, I've made my shank straight away.
So this is like your first week in jail?
Yeah, first week in jail. I've made my shank straight away. And the Narada's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I said, brother, you're mad. I said, you seen what happens in jail? Man get razor blade in their face and all sorts, brother. That's not me. I'm not a part of that stool. So I'm making mine and I'm good.
Tell us how you made your shank.
Well, basically, you see the tuna tin?
Yeah.
You can fold it and bend it, innit? So man's obviously folded it. I had a piece of like a plastic, like you see the knife and the spoon. Yeah. So obviously man's these times here, like lighters and all them things. So melted it, bent the thing around the plastic. So now it's like a point, but then it's got like a circle piece wrapped around it. You get me? Yeah. Wrap some bedding around that, and that's my shank. So then, boom. Next day, a man's come to my cell. Yo, was that rare? I said, brother, what are you on about? I said, furthermore, if man's got a problem or you come in with that smoke, then come in my cell, innit? He's like, no. It's not even a thing like that. I'm just saying that man had a thing on there, man nearly lost it, but he didn't lose it. So luckily he never lost it. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. Boom, he's gone away. There's a couple of knots man in there as well from my city, you get me, olders. Man like Repo and them man there. And Repo was doing his thing, you get me? So he's like, yo, just hold back, hold this, hold that. And my other brethren, Tieran had a mash as well. So man's on the mash and that, and then obviously Tyrion's mash started to break the battery. So we swapped some Mansfield kids, which obviously is the outskirts of Nottingham. He swapped some kids for his phone and some D. You know what D is, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, the D was hot chocolate.
Okay.
So you know where this is going to go, yeah? So the D was hot chocolate. So he gave them man the phone. Dave gave him the phone. He gave him the hot chocolate. But they're thinking it's D. It's not D. So when these men tried one the thing or whatever they tried, it's not working. So now it's a big uproar. Oh, we'll chat about it on the exercise yard. So now we're going to exercise yard. There's me, Repo, Wazzy B, Tyrion, a couple other people as well. Can't remember too many, and a couple other Monday as well. You get me? So then boom, we've gone on an exercise yard now. And I just remember this youth, I've got my shank on me. I just remember this youth saying to Tyrion, yo, come, let me chat to you. Obviously, it was them two.
That's your boy, yeah?
Yeah, he's an older guy, man, you get me? So he's put his arm around Tyrion, they're talking. I just see this guy, these times he can get glass jars, yeah, coffee jars.
Okay, yeah.
My man's backed out the coffee jar and tried to shove it in his face, brother. But my man's ducked, so it's smashed, and now it's gone off. Man, I've run over there, I've banged the youth, this youth fell on his arse. Next minute, I've gone to grab this guy. As I've gone to grab this guy, I just see this pool ball coming and put off, licking my collarbone. I felt like it snapped my collarbone, bro. Swear that I keep it 100. I felt raw. And then my brethren, RB, he's run over, bang the youth. This youth's knocked out now on the floor, but my shoulder's fucked. I can't move this shoulder, my arm's slumped. Yes, he's leaning. Boom, the whole exercise jar's going off. I seen a man back out a table leg. One neck shoots back out some razor blade. Then bare officers are come running out there, obviously, right? Everyone get down on the ground and whatever. That's kind of dead. That's the start of my sentence now, you get me? So now I'm thinking, raw, jail's kind of serious. But I'm walking around this adult's jail on a bad up thing. Anyone who talk anything to me, I'm saying, get in the shower. Like, I'm thinking,
Trying to make a statement, you're here.
Yeah, I'm me, and no one's going to ever disrespect me, you get me? So if it's that, we'll do this. Boom, there's a big man from Nottingham, and he's come to me, and he's coming to my soul, he's like, oh, come here. So I've gone to him, like, what, go on? He's like, oh, I just want to chat with you, innit? Come in, sit down. And he kind of broke it down to me. He's like, look, I know obviously where you're coming from, but it's not that, yeah? We're big people. So just chill out a bit. Stop getting certain altercations, because a lot of people are coming to me about you and rare. And I'm just like, yo, brother, I'm me. But he's like, look, I ain't come here to try beef you or tell you what to do. I'm just giving you how it runs.
You come like an uncle kind of.
Yeah, and I rated him for it still. I'm not gonna lie. At first, I was kind of like, "What do you mean, brother? That's what you're telling me. I can't be me, and you're gonna stop me or something." But he won. He was just trying to give me the heads up, brother. This is a lot more serious than what you're thinking. Jail's not what you think it is, or how you think it is. And if you keep going around like that, you're either gonna get done yourself, or you're gonna end up doing someone and getting a longer time. So I'm in there now. I'm on remand.
The thing is, as well, at the end of the day, you're in there. You're on remand number one. You're not even being charged. You ain't even been sentenced yet.
I've been charged. I've been sentenced. Yeah, sorry.
And number two, if you're living like that every day in jail, it's a long time.
Long time. But I'm not looking at this. I'm not looking like I'm going to be doing a long time. This is what I'm thinking in my
You're
head.
thinking I'm out next week.
So then, boom. 2-2s now. I'm speaking to him and then he's like, oh, what you in for? So I told him what I'm in for. He's like, yeah, I can see obviously you're a little ridey little fucker. I can see that you're about it. You get me? So I'm like, yeah. And then he's like, have you ever heard of a sentence called IPP? I said, no. I said, well, because of what you were talking about, what you're in for. He said, just be careful you don't get that, because it sounds like you could be on the verge. Next man said the same thing to me. So I'm like, what's this IPP thing? I don't know what this IPP is. I just know about normal sentences. You get a sentence, you do half or 2/3 or whatever, and you're out. Next man's like, yeah, it's like a life sentence. They can keep you in jail for 99 years. I'm like, I ain't going to get that. I'm good.
It stands for indefinite prison
for public protection.
For public, yeah. Long.
Imprisonment
for public protection.
Yeah. So then 2-2s now. I'm like, what's this all about? So I rang my solicitor. I'm saying, oh, he's like, oh no, you shouldn't get that because your crime was committed when you was a kid. You was 16 and 17 when you committed these crimes, and obviously you got sentenced when you was 18. So now I'm like, all right, cool. I shouldn't get that. I'm in court now. I'm sat there. I'm looking at my mum. My mum's crying and whatever. My family and that's there. Got bare good reports. You know, the family members come and give their little reports on them things there. I'm sat there and I'm looking at my mum. Never forget that. And I can just see her crying. I'm thinking, no, like, why did I put my mum in this situation myself? You feel me?
Yeah.
But it's too late now. Everyone always thinks afterwards when you've done something. You get me? The guy's reading out my sentence. He's like, yeah, I'm going to give you 6 years. He gave me 6 years. So 4 years for this one, 2 years for the other. So I thought, oh, that's all right. That's light work. For what? 3 years, I'm home. Light work, I've already done I think it was 9 months. I thought, yeah, not too long. And on top of that, I'm giving you an indeterminate sentence. So I'm like, what did he just say? Did he say IPP? So everyone's looking at me. I'm like, to my brothers, like, what go on? Like, what's he saying? So I'm not really understanding all these terminologies and all of everything that they're saying. Boom. The guy comes and takes me down. No, the guy who takes you down back to this group 4 and all that. You all right, mate? So I'm looking at him like, yeah, why? He's like, oh, because your sentence, what you've got, is a very hard sentence to get out of. He said, basically, what I'm telling you is, when you get to the jail, ask them for courses. As soon as I got off that bus, I need a course. You think I'm joking? I want to get out of this place, brother. What? You got me locked up in this place. I feel like I've been kidnapped. So then, boom, I've gone back to Lincoln, told man them, yo, I got IPP. Man, like, no, I told you, Kay, I told you. Just keep your head down, try to get your courses in. They've shipped me out because obviously I'm a YO. So I've gone to Glenparva. So I've ended up in Glenparva now. I'm in there with my older brother, landed on the wing. Glenparva saying, because your sentence is too big, you're gonna get shipped out of here as well. So I'm like, raw, like, you lot are trying to do some tour with me. So I've ended up on my brother's wing now, got padded up with one London youth called Salah, or whatever his name was, one Somalian kid. Me mum was actually cool, was close. We used to play fight a lot. You know, proper like rough, you get me? Yeah. Boom, 2-2s, we've had a play fight. My man's obviously holding feelings because he's been tweeted and whatever, you get me? And he's like, oh, don't make man get serious. So I'm like, what do you mean get serious, bro? And he standed up and he's like, Ray. Boom, poked me in my eye. That was the last thing that he did. I was lifting him off his feet, brother. The whole pad was covered in blood. The officers would come with the trunk shoes, get on. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. These times I ain't got no blood on me. I'm good. But this guy here is mangled. Man said, yo, you lot was fighting in there for about 5 minutes. So then, boom. The officers obviously took me out the cell, took him out the cell. I went down the seg for a bit, you get me? I ended up busting case on that. Because the 2 officers on the wing, they was from Nottingham. And they're like, man, and my pad mate said something to one of the gym officers, which was a lady. And she took it as an offence. Like, offensive, you get me? So obviously, that man was trying to stitch my man up. You already know how the play goes, you get me? So I'm like, all right, cool. So anyway, man's bust case now. I'm back on the wing. Boom. They've come to me and said, oh, you're getting shipped out. So I'm like, They're like, yeah, you're getting shipped out. So I'm pissed. I'm like, no. Like, yo, I'm with my older brother. I feel comfortable, you get me? So I said, where am I going? They said, you're going to Morelands. So I said, where's that? They said, up north, Doncaster. I said, Doncaster, where's that? So I'm like, I'm on the bus. The journeys took time. You see, when I pulled up to this jail, this is no word of a lie. I thought I was going to an American jail. Yeah, I had a wall, a fence, and another wall. What's this? Where you brought me, boss? Yo, boss, you sure you got me at the right place? I thought this don't look like no Parva or nothing. You get me? So when I've gone in there now, the first thing that I seen was a youth from Liverpool. He's been lifed off. I think his name Lloyd or something like that. I think his name's Lloyd. He got done for something. He got a kid shot outside the jail and all them things there. I swear I've heard someone speak about it before. But anyway, when I've landed in there, I've seen this youth and he's seen the next Liverpool youth. He chefed this Liverpool youth in his neck. I just seen blood. First day. I didn't even put my bags down on the wing. Man ain't realising what's going off. I haven't even put my bags down on the wing. I've seen that and I said, you're mad. I'm going to make... Remember, I can't take shanks from jail to jail. I'm going to make my shank straight away. So now I've landed in there. This jail is full of like, man from Sheffield, Manchester, Liverpool, all the up north, yeah? Barnsley, bare places that I haven't heard of, Pontefract. I'm like, where's that? I never even heard of these places. Like, so anyway, yeah, I'm in there with all these youths and a couple London youths in there, like Ryder and Molasse. That man there was lifers as well. So I'm in a lifers jail now with the YOs. It's more serious than Parva. Parva's a fighting jail. This jail here, man, are getting busy. You get me? So then, boom, I've landed on the wing now. One of my brethrens who's doing life, he's come to my cell. I didn't know he was even in there. He got 15 years when we was younger. You get me? Markman, one of my dogs, good brother, he's out now. MashaAllah. So anyway, my man's come to my cell. So I'm like, raw, Markman, like, what, go on? You get me? You're like, yeah, this is the enhanced wing though. But obviously I'm on the 4s. The 4s is for the induction. Yeah. And then obviously you go on to the one of the Spurs and that. He's like, but keep your head down. I said, I've already got my enhanced. He's like, yeah, but obviously there's no spaces over it. But when the space comes up, man will pattern you to get over. So I'm like, yeah, man, cool. And then my brethren, BDI's come up. Yeah, Ray, get back over here, man, get padded up together. So I'm like, yeah, man, calm. And the pads in there was proper, like, you had a bed here and a bed here, and then your TV in the middle, so it was separated. You get me? You want no bump beds and all them things there. Boom, I've gone on to my next wing now. Kind of kosher in there. Man obviously end up getting into a mazza. BDI's end up licking up that one of the officers, took the officer's ear off with a table leg. We end up having a big fight with some Bradford youths. So over some burn and that, obviously, territory, man, shot in burn and them things there. So man's end up getting into it. I've got put on Bully Basic. Then I was on there with Sean Mercer and them youths there as well, you get me? So them on there obviously still doing life and that. And so me and my man's rapping. And then they come to me one day and said, but the way you and your people have gone on this incident that's happened, we're looking to ship all of you out. So you're going there, he's going there, and he's going there. One of my brethren, they said, you're going home. Man, they're like, yo, that's racist up there, But remember, my brethren's black, so he's like, what? And he's from Notts, so he's like, brother, I'm not going no home. They tweeted my man, you going on the bus. You get me? Yeah. Boom. Next minute, they shipped one of my other brethren, a boo, to a next jail. And then Markman, he went, where did he go? I think he went Gartree or somewhere mad like that. It was a Cat B, yeah? So then it's me and BD I left. So I'm like, so where am I going? They come to my pad and said, you're going Marshgate. So I said, fuck that, I ain't going no Marshgate, brother. You're not going, no? I said, no. All right, cool, we'll be back. Boom, close my door. Doof, doof, doof on my wall. Yo, brother. I said, yo, what go on? Did they just say you going Marshgate? I said, yeah, why, what go on? Yo, brother, that's like a playground. It's like a youth club in there. I said, yo, boss, I'll go back there, You can take me there, you get me? So he's like, all right, cool. So now me and my brethren are handcuffed to each other and to two officers, and we're sat in this van. They didn't even take us in a proper prison van because they wanted us out of the jail. They've took us to Marshgate and swapped.
Yeah, two people back.
But it's a Cat B still. So man's gone in there, brother. It was like a playground. Southern fried chicken on the weekend, a cream donut with a bottle of Coca-Cola, punching bag, 52-inch plasma, snooker table, pool table. I said, Rasclaw, free view box. I said, oh my days, babe station and all them things there. Brother, you think I'm joking? This is being serious, brother. 2 canteens a week. I said, no, brother, where I just come from was hell. This is living. So anyway now, man's there, we're living now. Man's ended up hooking up with one of my cousins who was in there, you get me? Shabazz, so me and Shabazz have hooked up now. Me and Shabazz have got the wing on lock straight away. This within like a month. Yeah. No one can shot burn. You can't do this. You can't have a fight unless man say. Yeah, and this is on my mother's. If man have a fight without man saying, you're getting broken down, bro. Yeah, and we used to have a cupboard at the end where we used to do like cleaning and stuff and that. Man want to fight, you go in there, you got 5 minutes. Whoever wins, that's the end of that. Whoever's fucked up, whoever's fucked up will bring your food to your pad. But the officers love the way we rang the wing. So if your pad was clean and all them things there, they give you extra £15 on them things there. And if you win snooker table, tournaments, all these things that I did, like, it's like a youth club. So anyway now, my cousin's badded up one Bradford youth. And he's like, Shabazz said man can't sell burn. But I'm saying, yeah, you can't. Unless you're coming to man and telling man, yo, I want to sell burn and you want to pay man 5 packets a week, then you can't sell burn. So anyway, them two have had a little altercation. We're at the dinner queue now. Me and my cousin's the number 1 server and I was just number 2, you get me? So we're at the servery. And I remember sat there, one of the youths is trying to like cross the line. There's a line in it, you're only allowed like 3 people or 5 people over this line. My cousin was strict on this line, you get me? So he's like, yo, behind the line, you dickhead. And him and the one of the youths ended up getting into an argument. I just remember my cousin was picking him up off his feet like that, just grabbing him by his throat, like, brother, I'll kill you. Dashed him anyway. So we've ended up having a big beef with these Bradford youths, ended up fucking up some Bradford youths. And they started me up. They put me on the comms. They said the way you've got the wing, people was putting in apps saying, oh, we can't, like, they can't do nothing, basically. The wing's controlled. But the officers loved it. And the officers come to me and said, look, we've gone to the governor, asked if we can keep you on the wing. But because of the X, Y, and Z, we can't. But we've explained to him that you keep the wing cool. There hasn't been a fight since you've been on the wing. But there has been fights, but it was just that I've kept Controlled fights, right. So I'm like, all right, cool. If it's that, it's that. So then I'm doing like one focus group thing where they've got kids coming from Manchester, Liverpool, Sheffield, and we'll speak to them about crimes, what you're in for. So there was a footballer in there who was in for dangerous driving. You had an IRA guy in there who was in there for double murder. You had a next brother who was in for like robberies and things like that. So everyone spoke about their crimes and we speak to them about that. And then, so I kind of got in a good position over there. Mum was nice. And then I remember my auntie and my mum was meant to come up for my birthday, but they never turned up. My mum never missed a visit ever. Not one visit. So I'm like, hey, that's mad. Like, my mum missing a visit. So I'm ringing her phone, no answer. So now I'm worried. I'm in jail, don't know what's going off. No one's contacting. So I keep ringing. 3 days later, I get an answer. So I'm like, oh, that's a bit mad. Like, so I'm like, Mum, you all right? She's like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm just in hospital. They're running some tests on me. I'll be home soon. So I'm like, that don't sound right. So I said, when are you coming home? She said, I don't know. They said they'll let me know, but so I'm saying, Mum, that don't sound right. There's something going off that you're not trying to tell me. You get me? She's like, no, babes, I'm all right. Boom, 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 boom. So I'm like, all right, cool. My auntie and my friend's mum, Dids, who I do music with now. Obviously, I speak about them lot in a bit, but yeah, Dids' mum, Cara, she came up with my auntie and explained to me my mum was dying with cancer. So I'm like, but it never really hit me like that because I'm in jail. It's only when I put in 2 apps now to go to another jail. They sent me to a jail called Ramby. So I've gone to Ramby now. I'm in Ramby, and I put in a compassionate leave. So they've approved it with the officers, you get me? So I've gone to the hospital, and this is no word of a lie. I walked straight past my mum. I didn't even recognise her from the medication that she'd been taking. That's when it hit me and sunk in like, raw, my mum's dying, bro. So I've sat there now with my mum, ate some food. And these times here, I'm coming to like towards the end of my sentence. So this last year, like, it's like, raw, the last year of my, not the end of the sentence, but when I can go for my parole. So then, boom, I've gone for my parole. The parole boards obviously heard about my mum having cancer. So they're like, look, with your record, we didn't want to release you because obviously there's still a lot that you need to work on. But we're going to give you the benefit of the doubt to go to Cat D to work.
Cool, fair enough.
Obviously, you get me. So I'm like, yeah, fair enough. I'm not complaining. It's more freedom can be, try to be with my mum. She's obviously dying at these times. Boom. I think it took me like 4 to 5 months to get to Cat D because obviously I'm IPP and obviously you have to wait for buses and people who was in before you who were on parole and got their Cat D, but they could have had that for 7-8 months before you get me. So they get the first lineup. I've got to Cat D. I put in another compassionate leave. They let me go see my mum because she was getting worse. So I've gone there, sat there with my mum for a bit, chilled. Then I remember I put in the next compassionate leave, but this one kind of took longer. And during that time, I was painting. I'm good at art. So I was painting my mum some butterflies because she likes butterflies and she said if she ever come back, she'll be a butterfly. So I did some butterfly pictures and them things there. And that was the last picture that I ever drawed. Yeah, never drawed ever since. And then boom, my life manager's come to me. He's like, oh, I need you to go out and go see your mum. So I'm like, oh, my papers haven't been approved. He's like, I need you to go out and see your mum. Lifer, obviously.
What's a lifer manager?
A lifer manager, basically anyone who's doing life. So even though I didn't get a full life sentence of 25 years, I've got a 99-year license, so they can keep me in jail for 99 years if man don't behave. Like one of my brethren, he's IPP like me. He got 2.5 years. He's been in for 18 years, never seen the day of light. So he's doing a life sentence. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how serious it is. So a lifer manager is someone who manages you in prison. So for like courses, get you on the right courses that you need to be on. They're your offending manager. So you got a lifer manager though instead of offending manager. So he's come to me and he's like, oh, I need you to go see your mum. So I'm like, oh, I've just put in my app. Like, I've literally just put in my app. So when can I go? I need you to go now. So I'm like, what do you mean? But something in my heart told me, yo, it's like I felt when my mum left the earth, bro. I swear down, no word of a lie. Wallahi, no word of a lie. My mum, when she left, I felt it. It's like I was walking out the prison and I just looked up and said, I'm begging you, Allah, that she's not gone. I can feel something weird in my spirit, like it's not sitting right with me. You get me? My auntie's pulled up, and she's like, "Your mum's really ill." So I'm like, "Raw." Pulled up to the hospital now. Boom. Walked into the hospital. The first person that I see is my granddad. Yeah. Never in my whole life, I was 21 when my mum passed away. Never in my whole 21 years of them times there of being alive, I ever seen my granddad shed a tear in my life. He was crying, so I knew. What it was and the pain that I felt was real. I walked in, my mum was there, laying there. Obviously, she passed away. And so I rang the jail, explained that to them. Remember, I'm in Cat D. And they're thinking I'm going to do a runner. Yeah. Remember, I could have. I went and chilled with my brothers and sisters. My dad come and see me. And then, boom, it was about 1 o'clock. I said to my dad, yo, I beg you, drop me back to the jail. And everyone was like, what, you going back? I said, yeah, I'm going to go back. So I went back there, and all the officers were like, do you know what? I rate you still because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't even if I was on the other end of that, I don't think I would have come back. I said, do you know what it is, boss? I could have not come back here, and I did think about that. I'm not gonna lie, that did pass my mind. Just staying out and just chilling with my family because my family is something deep. You get me? But it's not gonna help me out beneficially in the long run. It's gonna fuck me up when I come for my parole. They're gonna talk about you did an abscond when we've let you out, you've absconded and all them things there. So I thought, you know what? Play their game. So I went back, and then I said to my lifer manager, I need to arrange my mum's funeral. These times here, I think I had like 8 bags. Didn't even have pee. 8 bags is nothing. But remember when you're 16, 8 bags in them things, it's all right changing. But now I'm older and that, and I'm in bricks. It's not really pee. I've been living off a bit of that pee, so I've had to help out for my mum's funeral and them things there. You get me? So it's like, I'm just thinking in my head like, no. So I've said to my life manager, I need to go out and arrange the funeral. Is that okay? Yeah, by all means. He was just signing everything off because I came back that one time. And he's like, I trust in you. Like, I believe that you will go far. He said, and I reckon your next parole, you will get out. Obviously, he's signed everything off. So he's let me go out and sort out the funeral, brought my brother and sisters their clothes, brought my clothes, went and looked at the casket and that I was getting for my mum. And then they let me out for the day of the funeral. He's like, yeah, come back at, I think he said 8 o'clock or something like that. I think I got back about 9:30, but they allowed me because obviously the day and the circumstances, you get me? And yeah, so he was blessed with me all the way through. Like I even said to him, yo, like I don't rate no police officers or officers or nothing like that. I despise them. But I said to my man, if I ever seen you out, I'd buy you a drink because you helped me. And you did something for me that I didn't think I could have got without just myself. I wouldn't have been able to have gone there without you signing off these papers and saying, yeah, I trust him. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you had that trust. So yeah, like, but anyone who's going through these situations, I would say, make sure that you don't put your family through them situations there, because I'm not going to lie to you, it's struggle for everyone in the world right now, but going through that, it's a lot more struggling than what you ever could imagine in your brain. Losing your loved ones, people who are very close to you. So before you go out there and do what you're doing, just think about what you're doing in life, innit? So that's all I could say to the young youth, them, you get me?
And when you went to your mum's funeral,
Yeah.
you went to your mum's funeral,
And
go on.
when I was at the funeral, my brother came, obviously he was in jail as well, but he was handcuffed. And then my uncle come, my mum's brother, and he was handcuffed. So it was like, bro, what's this, like some family reunion from prison?
Did that give you a reality check?
More than a reality check. Like, I'm looking at my little brother and sisters. My baby brother was 2 years of age.
Wow.
So he ain't got no mum. So it's like, what to him, he don't know no different. He just knows mum. I've had my mum and I've had that love from her where I've experienced that, but he hasn't experienced that, you get me? Right now I'm on the battle of trying to keep him on the right track, you get me? So, yeah, man.
When you went back to prison, how long did you have left after your mum's funeral?
I don't know. Remember, I'm on a life license. It's 99 years.
But how long did you have left? How long did you serve after?
Altogether, I did 5 years on that first sentence, 4-5, and then I came out, but I went for my parole. But check what happened. So my parole's coming up. It's Christmas. I've got my home leaves. I've gone on a home leave. My friend who's a footballer, a professional footballer, he's come around to my house, and that I'm at my mum's house. My mum's house is basically like, it's quiet. No one's there now. Yeah. It feels like it's not even a house. So I'm just chilling in my yard, fuming about the whole situation. My mum passing. It's Christmas. Peas ain't really running like that. So I'm like, bro, like, man, just feel like to go rob a bank or something. No, I'm being dead serious with you. This is what's complaining in my mind. So I'm thinking, bro. And he's come and knocked on my door. And he's like, oh, do you want to come out tonight? So I'm like, I'll just show them pockets of thing, you get me? Don't worry about that, bro. So I'm like, clothes. Like, I need to go get some clothes, you get me? He's like, no, man, come. I'll take you town. He's a footballer, you get me? So he's like, brought two garments and took me out raving. I'm in the nightclub now. I haven't been in a nightclub for years. So I'm doing my thing. I've had 2 juices, bro. I'm kind of wave, you get me? Boom. Turn around. Who's there? My probation officer. Raw. Man think I'm joking. I swear down. I looked and said, no way. Yeah? She looked at me. I've looked at her. And it's like, you know, just exactly that, yeah? So I'm like, raw.
I would have just started running somewhere.
No. So I've said, check me. She went, you're not meant to be here, are you? So I'm like, she went, you don't say nothing and I won't say nothing, yeah? This is on my mother's, yeah? So I'm like, bless. I said, Merry Christmas, you want a drink? Yeah. This is how I dropped it, yeah? She's like, no. She took my drink, yeah? This is a lie. She took a sip of my drink and passed it me back. I thought I was more than kosher now, yeah? I thought, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, my parole's coming up, I'm good. My parole's coming up soon, 2-3 months. Boom. The day before my parole, my life manager shouts my name. Come to the OMU, yeah? So I'm like, all right, cool, gone there. Got some good news, I got some bad news. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I got some good news and some bad news. I'm like, well, give me the bad news first, because bad can only get better. The bad news is an outreach mentor, whatever he said she was, which is obviously a probation officer, I said that she saw you in a nightclub. Now, I could have been that dickhead to say, but she took some of my drink and did it. But man ain't no snitch. So I just thought, you know what? Hold it on the chin. It is what it is. That's her job.
Tell me the good news.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So I'm like, bless. And he's like, so my opinion is you knock back your parole for 2 years. I said, you gone mad? So I've looked at him straight, yeah, because that's what a parole knockback is, 2 years. So I'm looking at him like, bro, you gone mad? Like, I've worked so hard for this, brother. Like, my sentence, the first 2 years was manic. Yeah. This last year, I've been keeping my head down. My mum's dying and I'm trying to keep you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to get somewhere and get out and be there for my family and that. So then, boom, when he said that, I'm like, no, you've gone mad. I said, do you know what? I'd rather run my chances and get knocked back for 2 years than not try and just say, yeah, I'm going to, because that don't make sense. So he's like, all right, cool. Gone for my parole now. I've sat on the parole. My dad's came. These times here, my dad's never been to jail.
Wait, what was the good news?
The good news was that what was actually, I can't even remember what the good news was. I think I just took the bad news, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. I can't even remember what the good news. I'm not going to say what, because I don't even know. But I've gone for this parole now, and my dad's turned up. And these times there, just like when me and my dad started getting close, obviously when my mum passed away, you get me? Which I rate him for, and he's come on the parole, and he sat there and he's like, yeah, when he gets out, he can come live at mine. My dad's never had a child live at his house. So I'm looking at my dad like, bro, you all right? You get me? Like, you good? And then boom, he's like, yeah, rare. So I've sat there, they've gone through the whole parole board, and I'll never forget it. I think it was 2 men and 1 woman. And guess who stuck up for me? The woman. The man said, I've gone through everything. I explained about why I saw my probation officer, and he's like, oh yeah, you're using a licensed premises when you shouldn't have been, and check out, right, this is how I dropped it. I said to him, I hear exactly what you're saying, and that was my stupidity. But my friend who was a footballer, who was a role model, had come round for me, and I didn't really realise. I let my hair down and went out for a drink and whatever, and I shouldn't have, even though I shouldn't have. But it shows you that I can be trusted and handle myself in them environments. Yeah.
I went out, I didn't do anything wrong.
Right, yeah. So they accepted that. This guy on here, he said, I reckon you should be knocked back for 2 years, and then we'll come back and review your case. Now in my head, I'm thinking, no. My heart sunk. Yeah. I thought, no, 2 more years. I've just been sat in this place for fucking, I don't know how long. You want me to do 2 more years? You know, I've just lost my mum. Like, are you lot all right?
Sympathy kind of thing.
Yeah. My man's like, well, I wouldn't say that, but I do think that you need to come back and obviously do a period where you haven't got no nickings. Because remember, I got nicked for going out. That's what I got. And you get grounded for 3 months. So it's like, I want a period of no nickings and a clean, like a home leave, but clean.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's cool. She's like, no. I think he's demonstrated very well that he can be trusted and handle himself in the community. He's been through a lot. Most people would have run off from this place from here. She basically broke it down. I'm saying that...
I agree with you.
Yeah, she's like, I'm saying, this is exactly what happened. She's like, I'm saying 4 months, which gives him a time to get a home leave in because he's got a 3-month grounding. If he completes that home leave successfully, we'll give him his parole. Does everyone agree? Yeah. All I thought is, 4 more months I'm out of this place. Yeah, I got released 8 days after my birthday, my 23rd birthday.
Sweet, calm.
And I went home. Yeah, things was kosher. Got my whip. Got past my driving test. I passed my theory while I was in Cat D. So while I was in there, I thought, you know what, use my time constructively. You get me? Passed my test. Obviously got my license, a car and everything. Then boom, mum was cultivating. I was doing a little cultivation and that. And then feds lit the yard. I got caught in an operation, Vanguard. Me and my whole team, one of my right hands, he got done for the food. He got 7 years. My younger got caught with 8 ballers and a strap in the boot. My other younger got caught with some food. So like they took down the whole clique.
What did you get?
I got 15 months for weed, which I was buzzing. But check the joke, I thought I was gonna get recalled because of my IPP. So I'm thinking, no, but they sent me a letter saying that you're not gonna get recalled. So I was happy. I got to do a normal sentence like a normal person. Came home. Then I started doing music. 2016, I started doing music with my brethrens. Obviously that kind of took off. Me and the team GBM. So there's me, Dids and Sankar. And then my cousin Skits, he's just obviously joined the group, you get me? So man started doing music and that. We're doing shows. We're going there, we're going there. I've ended up getting some people in Hull and them things there. Like I got some good Turkish friends in Hull, like proper close to my heart. You get me? So Mazzy and them man there. I've gone up there now. I've linked them man, linked Ammo. We've gone out. A lot of madness has happened. The youth tried to fight with one of my brethren. I've told my brethren to allow because he's drunk. The youth has ended up coming back, punching one of my cousins and my brethren. My cousin's obviously gone on the floor. This one's been punched. As he's run over to punch me, he's punched me, but I've banged him, knocked him clean out. Both man are sleeping. So I've gone to punch him again. But obviously I've missed. He's obviously knocked out now. So I've walked away. My cousin's obviously run over and kicked him or whatever. Which he shouldn't have did because
he's out cold.
He's out cold. I've already did him, you get me? Boom. Man got arrested for that, Section 18. Because he had a bleeding to the brain and a fractured skull. So I'm like, what? I said, wait there. What? So I said, what do you mean? So like, yeah, boom. So now I've ended up getting recalled back for that. But imagine this, I got recalled from a hospital bed. My lungs collapsed. I was in hospital having an operation. I see 2 feds walking.
Why? What happened? Why are you in hospital?
My lung collapsed.
Just nothing happened, just collapsed?
Pneumothorax, when you're tall and athletic build, it can happen to you.
Oh, right.
It happens in 1 in 10 people, and I was one of that 1 in 10 people. And yeah, my lungs collapsed. I got recalled back to my hospital, back to prison. Ended up back in my local jail in Nottingham. Had Nottingham on box. I had my wing smash. Next minute, officers are saying I've got too much pull on the wing.
Again.
Straight, yeah, you already know the same thing. So they're saying you got too much pull. Officers are intimidated by me and da. So then they ship me out. But where they ship me, I've already been there, Rambit. So I was like, yeah, bless. Ended up on House Block 5. House Block 5 is like more open.
Yeah,
it's in the jail, but you got a bigger piece of the jail and you're on a spur. You lot of spurs are, yeah?
Yeah.
So obviously man's on a spur, 24 people. Man's on there. I was in there with one of my brethren, is a lifer called Brooks here, Craig Brooks. He was a part from the Black Mafia gang from Nottingham.
Okay.
Obviously he got done for some murder years ago. So obviously there's a lot of in there, we're playing poker and them things there. Didn't have no intel, I was laundry, everything's running smooth. Boom. I get into an argument over poker. With this youth from Leeds. But it was my brethren, I brought him over to the wing. But he's trying to like stick up for this kid here. But I'm saying, brother, the kid's made a blunder. For when you make a blunder, you can't fold your cards, fam.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't do that. You don't know the game properly. Don't play the game then, brother, because we're playing for money. This is serious. We're playing for money. And it's not just a little piece of money. Man, are £300-400 up.
Asking if are there different rules? Are there jail rules?
Yeah, jail rules with poker. But you make a blunder, yeah,
I don't
because
fucking know, bro.
the jail rules, you blunder, you have to put 100 chips in there or whatever it is. You understand what I'm saying? You have to pay a fee. Yeah?
Okay,
So whatever it is, if it's 5 or 10 chips, you have to put that in there because you've made a blunder. Okay. Yeah, and either you do that and you have to fold. We do that, but we'll make you do that and fold your cards at the same time because you can't play now because you.
So you're just basically paying a fee.
Yeah, basically. So man's told the youth that, but this other youth wants to get involved now and told man about, oh, how come you how come you're singling my man? No one's singling no one out, brother. And he's like, Ray. So I said, wait there, you sound like you want to fight me. Let me go put my trainers on 1 minute. So I've gone to my cell now, put my trainers on, got my shank. I said to him, yo, come in the recess. Oh, I said, fam, I'll chef the life out and make you leak, brother. What are you on, fam? Come in here, brother. I don't know why you're talking up on this landing with his cameras on. Come in here. Oh, no, I'm not on none of that. I'm on this fighting thing. I said, brother, I'm on all of it. Whatever you're on, I'm on. You understand where I'm coming from? Where I come from, there's no ifs or buts. It is what it is. So anyway, now that's kind of dead. Then I've ended up badding up one next shoot and having an argument with this shoot now about something else. My USB stick went missing. So now I've ended up putting it on this shoot from London. And my man's on about, no, I never took it. But I've ended up putting it all over my man but I've made it on the landing now. Because now my head's gone. Man's jacked my stick out of the nitty cell. So man thought they could go into the cracked cell and take my things, brother. Because obviously I'm life, I can't keep these things in my cell, you get me? So obviously I badded up this shoot now. This shoot obviously saying that he never did that and rare, something like, alright, cool, whatever. Then I get stopped by security in my workplace to come to me, search the whole place, search me, strip search me. I'm like, what go on here? We heard that you're rolling around on the wing with shanks. Yeah, and no one can come out of their cell and everyone's scared. What are you talking about? Where have you got this information from? So anyway, they've gone to they've searched the laundry for the shank, don't find no shank. Searched my room for the shank, don't find no shank. Boom. 2-2s now, they've let me back out. Then they've come and searched me again a couple of days later, talking about you've got a USB stick in a vape charger. Wallahi, I did. So someone who's telling the
Wallahi,
truth,
I
but they're snitching. Yeah, they're really snitching. So I'm like, raw. But listen to this. The officers have searched my cell. Where my vape is, yeah, I used to keep it in my DVD player, the USB part, yeah, but with the vape on the end of it. I don't even smoke vapes these times, yeah, but this time I was blending the thing, you get me? They've searched my soul and not even clocked it's on this. They didn't even take the thing, bro. So I'm like, raw. Like, I got away with it, like, someone's watching over me, you get me?
Yeah.
Boom. I come back now, I got my parole papers. I get 26 intel. KG this, KG that, KG this, KG that, KG runs the wing. This and where have you not got all this information for? Why is this just coming out now? I'll go for my parole in a couple months.
Yeah.
These times I haven't met my new probation officer, so he don't know me, but I've been speaking to him regular on the phone. So anything that goes off like that, I'll explain to him, look, this is what's going off, but I don't know nothing about it. X, Y, and Z. Boom. Man's on the wing now. We're doing a workout. Me and that. And there was a youth called... I'm not even going to state his name anyway. But anyway, we're doing a workout, me and X and Y, yeah? We're doing a workout. Boom. We've packed up the stuff and that. This brother's all right, brother. But this guy's woke up the next day and started doing a workout outside my brethren's pad, who's a lifer. He's already done 20 years in jail. Yeah? And he don't wake up till, say, about 2:30, 3. Because he goes sleep at like 6 in the morning because he's watching bare box sets and them things. You get me? So... you don't want to hear nothing outside in the morning. You don't want to hear none of that. So my man can hear that and he's come out his son and he's told the brother, yo, beg you keep your noise down.
Can't I fair respect it?
So the brother's like, carry on doing what he's doing. So my man's come out. Are you taking a fucking piss? Really? So the brother's like, oh, like try to like brush it off type of thing, like brush him off. My man just put on his trainer and said, yo, come with me. I swear down, no word of a lie. And my brethren is short, but if you look at him, you can see he's serious.
Yeah.
And this youth of you is big, so he's thinking, oh, what, man want to go in the recess with me?
Let's go, yeah.
He's gone in the recess, man's come running out screaming, ah! He's been chefed up. Do you think I'm joking? And then...
the prisons you went to sound like you must have been tired after all this
no,
fighting.
brother, I'm like,
But
what?
going home must
So,
be like
but
a
I had to
holiday.
say to my brethren, like, oh, you shouldn't have did that, brother, because like, you get me? You know what I'm saying? So... X is like, yo, but you know me, I can't take certain, you get me? Yeah. So I've said to X now, cause obviously he's still in, you get me, inside, so certain names and that, I'm not going to say, you get me, cause obviously he's still inside and that. So X is like, yo, you know me, I can't take certain violations. I'm like, brother, you didn't have to do that though. We could have just gone up there and mashed him down, brother. I'd have gave him a couple licks and whatever and he'd have been on his way. Yeah. Man didn't have to do that, you get me? So I'm saying to him, where's the something? Oh, it's cool, I've put it down. I said, no, where's the something? They're going to come for you. Oh, it's cool. We've gone back upstairs now. Bam, I just see the whole squad of officers come like a train. Yeah. Everyone to the pads. So everyone's in the pad now. But these times there, you can open your door whenever you want. They can't lock it. It's one of them type of doors there, you get me? So you've got the key to your pad. So I'm like, no. So everyone's standing at the door now, just praying. They've gone in this, so obviously brought him back out in handcuffs. Then they've gone in the recess now. And they started looking around for certain things. They've gone to the spot, found the something. And I said, brother, I told you to pass me home. I'm going to get rid of it. You get me? Yeah. But obviously, with the brother who got nanked, he didn't say nothing. He said that he slipped on a screw. Man had to rate that still. Regardless if whatever happened, man rate your gangster because you never spoke in it. Most man would speak. Oh, really, X, Y, and Z. He never did that.
How long was that? How long did you serve
my
that
brethren
time?
bus case, he then shipping off Ass Block 5, because Ass Block 5 is like a super enhanced wing. And I put him on like a dead spur. But I used to pattern him, send local things of vapes and that so we can get his, if man whipped it. And when I say, no word of a lie, he was the best whipper on the landing. So his food, when he used to send over little plates and food and them things there, yo, the food was good. So I used to send food over. And boom, like, I ended up speaking to some of the officers in there. And I'm like, yo, I beg you try to get him back over. Obviously, the security said that they don't have no problem with him coming over here and rare. So obviously that took about 2 months, but man got him back over there eventually. But my man used to have the officers nice in there, brother. Like, yo, it was nice still, can't lie. We had it nice in there. But yeah.
How long was that sentence?
My sentence.
How long was that? That one, yeah.
I did 2.5 years. I got 20 weeks for that altercation with a fight. But because I'm IPP, they kept me in for 2.5 years.
Raw. Meant to be 20 weeks, kept you in for two and a
I was
half.
only meant to do 10 weeks. Deep it, less than 3 months. But I did 2.5 years off it, and that's what made me say, yo, brother, this sentence here is it's horrible because there's people in there. I've met people who have never seen the day of light, and they kill themselves. I've physically seen man say, yo, I'm gonna end my life and wake up tomorrow and this guy's gone, fully gone.
So you finished that last sentence.
Yeah.
Please tell me that was the last time you went to prison.
Yeah, that was the last time I went to prison. You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, yeah, there's been a lot of little madnesses and little things that I've been through in life, but I'm not gonna lie to you. That's the last time I'm trying to go to that place there, fam.
So I've interviewed over 100 guests.
Yeah.
Who have gone prison, and there's always a turning point in their life, or there's always a situation in their life that makes them decide, you know what, I'm not going back no more.
Yeah.
Clearly, when your mum passed, we would have hoped that would have been it for you, but I guess you used that anger
In other ways.
and it did end up in you going back.
Yeah.
Which it happens. For you, where was it where you said, you know what, fuck this life, it ain't for me no more?
Do you know what? It was when I came out of jail this time here. Do you see the last time I went to jail? You see, like the first time?
Yeah.
Jail. Like I was young.
You're there now. You can't do nothing
Didn't
about it.
no. When it didn't pay in my mind, like, yo, you're getting older. You know what I'm saying? You got to start patterning up now. The second time didn't faze me. You see, this time here felt worse than the first time. I swear down. I was like, what? Man got 10 weeks here and did 2.5 years. Like, is this what they can do with my life? Like, and it just made me see things different. And not only that, when I went jail the first time, I just turned 18. Just turned. Then the second time I went to jail, man was 26. The third time I went to jail, I was 30. I came out 32. I said, no, I'm getting old, bruv.
You're a big man now.
I'm a big man. Like, man sat in here. Man can't be doing. I don't even know when I'm coming home. Remember, I'm IPP, so even though it took 19 months for my case to even get into a court. Because I was in there through COVID. So COVID was mad. There's no gym. There's no association. You're getting 15 minutes for a shower on a phone call. Brother, man are banging out in there. Like, yo, it was mad. Like, you're not getting no hot food. The officers are treating you like shit. Like, as soon as you come out, you don't want to even go back in your cell because it's like you feel like you're caged up. But yo, it was mad. It was mental in there. Mental.
When COVID first started, what was that like for you lot? Because out
Horrible.
here, we all just got locked up.
Yeah, we got locked up. Exactly the same, but we was locked up. Double barrel locked up. Do you know, like, it was peak. Like, I was at laundry. So most shows that I've been the laundry, you get me? Yeah. So I was the laundry guy. I couldn't even get out. It was like, yeah, every 3 days you're like that. I'm like, how does that work though? How's people's clothes going to get washed? Oh, we got rave. He don't do my job, so why is he doing my job? But this guy was like a little police officer for them, you get me? The one Rasta guy. The Rasta master we used to call him, you get me? I swear I didn't think I'm joking. It was like a real little banter, but I was like, yo, this brother is doing everyone's job. They're paying him money for the Bix, you know them things when people like cut up on that in the cell?
Yeah.
You have to do a higher job for that, yeah? He was getting all of them. He's getting, I'm saying, what? So how much pay is this brother actually making from the prison? You get me? So whenever I've told him like, yo, brother, you're moving funny, you know? Oh, what do you mean? Brother, you doing all of this. Told them that you don't want to do my job. Yeah, I need to do my job. What you get me? You got me locked up in the cell, you're out. Fam, I'm fuming. I'm thinking in my head like, what? I'm locked up, like, what? Go on. So then anyway, I've ended up chatting to one governor. Her name's Miss Donnelly. Yeah. She was feeling a nigga, you get me? So I used to chat to her and that. No, big man thing. I'm not even gassing. I all booked it on the ruggers.
So on that note there, what happened recently come out in the news about Wandsworth Prison?
Yeah.
About the man and the prison guard getting active.
One thing I'm going to say, whoever filmed that, you're a fed. Yeah? Because I don't know
does
why.
Does that really happen?
Yes, it does. But why a man exposing the whole thing to the whole world? Like, come on, brother. Like, put it this way. I've been in bricks and I've done a long time in bricks. I'm never going to mess up something that I've got good for me or could potentially be good for one of my other brethren or one of my people then. That's not something that we do. And to me, the way they look like they had her in the video, you should have been making racks off camera and that. Yeah. I keep it 100 because this is what it is. But that don't mean to say that everyone wants to go to jail and go link a thing in jail. But yeah, for them,
plenty of things out here as well.
Plenty of things out here. And just remember that it's better out here, being out here, yeah, to push and do more positive things than negative things. You feel me? And this is what the youths them need to realise, because there's nothing out there for man. But if you're good at doing something, make sure you push that to the fullest. My nephew plays for Chelsea. He's 11 years of age. Yeah, he's signed to Nike. He don't go to school. He gets homeschooled. He plays for the under 14s or 13s. The kid's a star already. But that's because his parents have pushed on what he's good at. And that's all it is. You have to make sure that you push. And you don't want your kids to be rolling out or growing up in this day and age and rolling down the road and possibly get killed.
Yeah.
Do you feel where I'm coming from? 'Cause I'm not going to lie to you. So I've told my little brother the same thing. And I've told him, do not draw me out of my position. Because that's the only way that man can really draw me out of my position to make me go down the next road that I don't want to be going down. You feel me?
You're good at rapping.
Yeah.
You're pushing down that. But I've got one question before we talk about your rapping and how you've turned your life around. Being on IPP, we all talk about it like it's a joke, like it's some funny thing, but you're practically in prison on the outside as well.
Basically.
Because anything you do, I interviewed another guest and he goes, Mikey, he goes, I'm scared. When people say something to me, I'm scared to even say, yo, don't chat to me like that. Because all they need to do is phone that police and I'm gone.
Facts. It's not a joke.
You're gone.
I've had it before.
Even if you've not done nothing.
Feds lit my yard, yeah? Listen to this. Feds lit my yard. So they come to my yard. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning. I thought I heard a bang, 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 bang. I looked at the door. There was no one there. Then about an hour later, they came back. Oh, we're arresting you for kidnapping and something else. So I'm like, when did this meant to happen, yeah?
Yeah.
Threats to kill with firearms, yeah? That's what it was. So I'm like, when was this meant to happen? Oh, 6 months ago. I turned around to the officer and said, you've come to my house for something that happened 6 months ago. He said, you got reported the other day. He said, I'm not going to lie to you though. I thought it was a bit suspicious, but we have to act on what we've heard. I got arrested for that, a bus case. Because obviously it's 6 months, brother. If you're going to report something, report it when it happens. Don't report something afterwards. Like, that's mad. So, but yeah, like, it's scary. Like, just airing, even if I see police near my house, the anxiety that man get, bro. If I see police by my car, you should see me. Got my seatbelt, I'm thinking, yo, if there's anything in my car that I shouldn't have, even though I don't drive like that, because obviously man's wise, I'm not on none of that, but at the same time, someone could get in your car and just drop a little bag of weed, that's a charge for me.
And you'll go back and you'll get remarked.
So I have to be on edge with everything. My brethren gets in the car, yo, that weed stinks, mask that off or you can't get in the car. You got shanks on you and anything, no, cool, bless. Like, man's got to step correct.
The thing is, though, you have to step correct as well.
Yeah, and this is
your upbringing and I'd say the first 30 years of your life, you've not seen legit life.
No, I've never seen a legit life until like I came out of jail this time, and I was just like, you know what, I need to start focusing and putting my energy into positive things. Cause it's like everything that you see nowadays, everything around you, even down to like social media, everything's negative.
It's all bullshit as well.
It's all bullshit and it's all negative, but it's all entertaining for these people. Of course. Now, I'm not no one's entertainment. Do you understand where I'm coming from? So I've got to start looking at my life and pushing it in a way to where I want to be seen, the light that I want to be seen in.
And you've done that through rapping?
And that's through my music. Obviously, I do more like waving, melodic type of music. You get me? But
let's hear about that.
Yeah, my music, I started off, basically, I've been doing music from when I was a kid. My dad's a DJ, my mum used to sing. And then obviously, man never really took music serious. I used to do the little grime MC and all them things there. You get me? In school and that. And that's where man kind of started off, listening to Dizzy Rascal and that. You get me? And obviously, yeah, like I was really into it. I used to love music. I'm always singing and all them things there. So then, boom. Me and my brethrens, me, Dids and Sanko was around my flat. We put on a beat. Dids has said 2 words. I've said 2 words. Sanko said a couple. We've got a chorus. Next minute, I'm like, oh, that's a banger. So man's gone to the studio to record it. And I said to my brethren, this is no word of a lie. If man get 30,000 views on it, I'm buzzing. Back then in 2016, it was all right views. You get me?
That's good numbers. Even now, bro, 30,000 views ain't bad.
Check the joke. 2 weeks, 250,000 views. Yo, bro, we need to start making more music. Yo,
we're famous.
We're famous. Right,
we're famous.
Right. This is exactly what's running from my ass. I'm like, yo, the numbers. Man's ringing, man. Yo, you want to get booked for a show? I'm like, yo, we've got a show. Do you want to pay us £600? So I'm like, I'm buzzing now.
In
so
your
I'm
head, you're
thinking,
probably thinking, we'll go for free. Right?
Yeah. So then, boom. Man did the first show. Then man made the next tune. Then next minute, we've done like 3-4 tunes. Then I'm performing in O2 with Kojo, Fun, Spice,
Swear
Big
that.
Zeeks. Then Monday, yeah, I performed with quite a lot of people. I've got songs with Parcelou. I got songs with Skins. I got a lot of songs out there. So anyway, man's ended up going to O2 Manchester. I'm performing in there. So I'm like, raw, man's done an O2. Yeah. Like, man's getting somewhere. You feel me? So this thing's more like, yeah, I'm taking it more serious now. It's not just a hobby. It's becoming something. Yeah. So then, man's carried on doing the music. I've done a couple more shows. Came to London. I performed with RA, Young Fumes, and H. Menada. and then Monday, and Fee Gonzalez, so I performed with them a lot. Then ended up going back bricks for that. Obviously, when I knocked the guy out, that was the last time I went to jail. I ended up going back bricks. So that kind of like didn't slow me down. It did in a way, but I just thought to myself, you know what? When I come out, the buzz will be greater. And obviously, I had a video lined up with me, Skins, and Paul. And obviously, I went jail, and then I came out. Paul went jail. Vice versa, Skins went jail. So it's like everyone went to jail. All three of us went jail in different times. Came out. I started doing my music again. My group obviously was together, but one of them was working. He wasn't really on that no more.
Yeah, everything changes. People get older
Dids was still there. That's exactly what it was. Dids was still doing his music, but kind of doing his own little thing. So I started doing my own little thing. Started getting my views again. Things started popping off again. Then we just made it, and then I brought out a tune not so long ago. I recorded a piece in Odd Ads Shop in that 57 Jewelers. So I did a piece in there, and then I released that, and then I got back with my group and started making more music. We just made an EP. We've got a new tune, latest tune called Corner coming out tomorrow on GRM at 7:30. So yeah, everything's on go now, you get me? So the next video that we're doing now is Believe. That's off the EP as well, and that's when the EP will be dropping on the second video. So
you've done a complete 360.
Full 360.
And what would you, if you could put that on one thing in your life, what would you blame? What would you say motivated you to do that whole change? Because you could have very easily.
Don't tell how deep it is, and this is more deeper than what anyone could say or even think of. Do you see the day that my mum passed away? I went back to Cat D. Obviously, I was in jail, and when I was in the jail, I went to sleep as you do. But obviously, man's obviously still going through what I'm going through, and then boom. I always say it was a dream, but it wasn't a dream. My mum come to me and said to me, I'm okay. I've got my hair back, babes, and everything. And it was mad. Like I smiled. I woke up with a tear in my eye. And she said, all I want you to do is look after your brother and sisters and go far in life. Keep chasing your dreams. And that's the reason why I said, fuck this. And chase my dreams because my mum showed me. And that's not the first time she came to me. I had a car crash on the motorway on the way to a show. Okay. I was going to Coventry and a man fell asleep in his car and crashed into my car and sent me spinning into a lorry, and then I was facing the wrong way in the reservation, in the fast lane, facing the wrong way. My hip, my femur bone on my shoulder was snapped. I climbed out the car, but before this happened, I thought I was going to die because I thought the car was going to tip as it's spinning around. And my mum said to me, you're going to be all right. I swear I'm no word of a lie, wallahi. When the car stopped and all this ringing and all this smoke and glasses in my face and that, I've looked, there's a big piece of metal that's sticking out, it's right next to my head. That could have killed me, bro, but I don't know how. Not, but my mum told me I was going to be all right, and I was. I just look at that. They're my angels. I've got angels watching over me. Feel me?
Well, listen, if your mum come to you, and I believe that because I've experienced things like that myself, but you've got to make her proud.
And that's exactly what I'm doing now.
There's no skipping up. There's no, my boy's in beef, let me go back it. You need to use that and think, you know what? My mum come to me for a reason. It means more to me than my boy's beef, my boy's this, that. Because you sound like you're always backing your brethrens.
No, I do. And that's one thing that I had to kind of like G-check myself on.
Because
we could be out now as a group, man. One man say something to you before you even, and I think that it's going to be that. I've already banged the guy or something, but I need to stop doing that, car. It's not.
It's your life on the line.
It puts my life on the line. Obviously, nowadays, the reason why I move quick like that is because you don't know what someone's going to do. You don't have to got a knife or anything. You know how the roads are, innit? So I just sort of always think if I move forward first, I've got the upper hand.
I spoke to someone. I spoke to him today. And I was speaking about the same situation. He's done time, and he goes, you know what, Mikey? You know what I do? I just don't put myself in them situations.
That's fact.
I just don't go there. If I know something may happen, I'm just not going.
It's like,
because you know yourself. You know you're active. You're ready. So the only thing you can do is remove the whole situation. You know what? Let me not go at all.
And that's
because
what exactly what I've just started doing.
I know it's go time. So
it's only recently I've just started doing that. Like, I was gonna go somewhere the other day, and I was like, you know what? If I've got to go there with that,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And I said, you know what? I'm not even going. Allow it.
It's not worth it.
Even down to like bare people's messaging me like, yo, because people know where I am.
Yeah.
So I went to the all white cocoa. Oh, you're good. Ray, I heard that bare man. I'm saying, brother, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Where I was in my section, I didn't see not one piece of beef. Yeah. So everyone's putting all this bad shade on the cocoa thing, on the Royal Ascot, but I didn't see not one beef, bro. I'll keep it 100 with you. I went there, stayed the whole day, walked back to my car through the whole, and I didn't see not one piece of them beef. So them things could have happened, but there was that many people. I did not see not one thing. not one piece of beef. Everywhere I was, it was just vibes. You get me? So,
Give us some advice for the younger generation that are watching this.
well, the younger generation, what I would say to you,
You've got a
is,
younger brother, right?
Yeah, I got a younger brother. So the younger generation, really, you need to be thinking about where you want to go with your life. Yeah,
You know what? Let's try something new. How old's your younger brother?
it's 16.
Talk to your younger brother. What advice would you give your younger
The
brother?
same advice that I'm giving them right now. Push what you're good at. Stop hanging around with man on the roadsides and trying to get involved in certain things and try to get a name for yourself. Because you see, when you sat there and you're doing this big bird, yeah, these man ain't checking for you, brother. Yeah, it's only your mum and your close ones who are really there for you. And you see, if something bad happens to them, you're gonna feel some type of way about it. So my personal experiences, what I've spoke about through this show, I'm not trying to glorify it or anything like that. I'm just trying to make you hear where I've come from, but how you can change your life at the same time. So if you know that you can do certain things good in your life and you're good at doing something that might be designing or anything, try push on that and see where you can make it. Because guess what? Teamwork makes the dream work. And if you ain't chasing your dreams, then you're going to be a nobody, bro. And you're going to be doing the same thing that Tom, Dick and Harry does. And if you think that, being a hood man is so gangster, after so many years of doing that, the hood's going to consume you, bro. You're either going to be in jail, dead, or a nitty. It's one or the other.
My bro, unless there's anything else you got to say, it was a pleasure having you on my show.
Thank you, Mikey. I appreciate it.
We look forward to seeing you again because I'm sure the comments are going to want to see part 2. And I'm sure you got plenty more to talk
Yeah, I
about.
got a lot more, but obviously I just wanted to just chop
All right,
in
let's
and chop
let's
out.
set a target. Guys, 5,000 views. We'll bring KG back for part 2. I'm sure there's plenty more he's got to say. So smash the like button. If you enjoyed it, make sure you write a comment. Make sure you check out his music as well. I'm going to leave his... You got YouTube?
I got YouTube.
I'm going to leave all his socials in the bottom. So go show some love. Say you come from the Blue Tick Show and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.
My people.